Hello. Uh, I was responding to, I think, one of the videos where someone was asking, do there exist black male vegans? And yes, we do exist. Some of us have just been on this journey. You know, I kind of felt the need to actually just share because a lot of people have actually been pushing me. They're like, hey, wow, you're doing all these great things. Why don't you share or maybe respond to this video? Yes, they are black vegans, and yes, they are African vegan. I am African. I've been vegans for many years. It's for me, I almost think I was born vegan, because when I even heard the concept and read so many books that were propagating veganism, I knew they were talking to me, and for me, the transition was very, very easy. And it goes back to looking at maybe previous life experience. I don't believe in any coincidence, especially in this lifetime. Um, when you begin to question things like how come something is easy to someone and then to someone else is very, very hard, what is going on? It's really hard to explain, looking at the world, the way things are, to be able to answer questions like that. I think the best way to be able to answer questions like that is going back and doing a reverse and looking at maybe a previous lifetime. I think that is the only logical way from my standpoint on how to be able to answer questions like that. I think some people are born, into this DNA and they can prepare, to cope and to adapt to the changes. They say in times of change, only the ones that are able to adapt, will be able to stay put, and the ones who can adapt, whatever, they'll be weeded like the weed or whatever. Yeah, I've been vegan for so many years, I can barely really count. Yes, I am a raw vegan. I cook here and there, for friends or whatever. And sometimes people always ask me, like, wow, you're raw vegan and you have all this physique? Yes, I eat nothing but fruit, plant, nut, and seed. And the biggest challenge sometimes I get is, being an African coming from Africa, and it's I haven't really met an African that was a vegan. And so sometimes I'll really get like questions of like, Africans were not vegan, why are you vegan? And I said, it's not for everyone. I don't propagate veganism myself. Oh, everyone should be vegan or whatever. And for me, when you find your dharma is that thing that kicks your heart. It makes you thick. Is that thing that keeps you up at night. It's that level of intelligence that is all knowing within you. And when you come to that focal point and you realize what you're meant to do, you need not ask no one, should I do this or should I follow this path? The path does not, you do not choose the path. I think the path almost like chooses you. So I feel I was chosen, to live this lifestyle. And one other thing I always like to tell people is that, especially as an African people or as a human, I don't want to be, as a human being, even if we never went to church or read the Bible or the Quran or whatever, every single thing is in our essence. For example, if you look at a baby animal, it's born. No one teaches it how to eat. Right away when it's hungry, it knows how to eat. When you look at a baby animal living, I give the scenario because these are things sometimes we think, oh, they're helpless, oh, they have no help. But when they're sick, they don't even go to doctors. They don't even go to their mother, like, Mom, I'm sick. Right within them is a code on how to heal themselves. So if you're watching this video, I want you to know, right within you is a code to heal yourself. This journey is not an outward journey where you have to be out there trying to compete who's who, who's what. I've traveled the world, I've been to so many places, and some of my greatest heroes, they're not even on YouTube. They're not online, they're not. Most of everything you see online is all called a false illusion. In Buddhism, they call it Maya. It is a fog of illusion that clouds your thinking, that clouds your judgment. It makes you think that you're separate from maybe the homeless man. It makes you think that maybe you are different. It makes you think that maybe you are better. We're all one. We're all a human species. So what does that mean? It means we're all born to be together. Even as a human race, we're born to live in something called a tribe. A tribe is a group of people who come together who believe in the same ideology. We're born to do all of that. We can see what is going on out in the world right now, that people are dying. The number one cause of death in the world is not disease, it's loneliness. People are so lonely. People are so disconnected. We need to go back and look at nature. Look at every single animal. They stay in pack. Why? Because strength in numbers. We've disconnected from nature. The word nature comes from the word nurture. Nature is our nurturer. My teacher taught me one time, he said, son, when the body is clean, the mind begins to think. They say he who is seeking must find. Finding is made only for the seekers. If your quest is bigger than you, the answer must come. So if you're looking out here, looking for answers, the answers don't lie out here. The answers lie within you. A great teacher of mine was asked, Guru Day, are you God? And he replied, no. Oh, sorry, he replied, oh yes, I am God. And I'm also here to show you that you are God. And when I reflected on this statement, I said, how will a God pollute his body? How will a God pollute his mind? And one thing about eating this way, I don't like to label it. One thing about eating plant-based is that it will force you to think outside the box. Because every single thing you've been taught, you're kind of accustomed and used to that. But this path will allow you to think outside the box, where you begin to start using your brain. Because it requires you to be very, very creative. You know, in ancient times, the greatest professions were farmers and teachers. These were the people who had the gate, the key to the human being. These people were paid so much money because they knew they were in charge of transforming the human. The teacher made a person. The farmer was in charge of the soul, the body of the human being. These people were paid so well because without these two people, me and you, we perish. They say my people perish because of lack of knowledge. Don't judge another person because, oh, they're vegan, they only care about this. No, don't judge. Ask the question, why are they vegan? What are the benefits of being vegan? If you begin to ask the question, why, you remember what I said? He who seeks must find. And if you're seeking, you must find. I'll end this video here. I think I'll do a part 2 so I can keep things short and simple. Above all, be blessed, be crazy, and be healthy. Namaste.